In this interview, I'm going to take the stance. Let's assume that I am an undecided voter, yeah, who in the last election either voted for Bola Tinubu or Omoyele Sowore, or who did not vote because I didn't think that the election was going to go well, or I voted, but now I think there's no point. That's the position I'm going to take today. So my questions are going to flow from there. First question, NDC, which is your party. The news, as interpreted by some sections of the public, is that in effect, the Federal High Court decision has deregistered the NDC. Is that the case?
No, it's wrong.
Okay.
That judgment is very defective.
Right.
It is a wrong judgment, and it cannot stand.
But until it is set aside, is that not the status quo?
Well, we're in court. I won't say we're not registered.
Okay.
Because we're in court.
Right.
Until that case is over. NDC remains a registered party in Nigeria. Because we appeal. If you have a judgment and you're appealing it, so we're still there.
So you're saying the status quo is that NDC is still fully registered?
NDC is still a registered party in Nigeria.
And the matter is now in court?
Yes.
Right. Because the reason that you gave in public for leaving the ADC is that the current ruling party is trying to frustrate opposition parties. So how did the NDC still fall into the same pit that you ran away from the ADC for?
The same thing I said before. That the current ruling party is actually trying to destroy democracy. Not just opposition, to destroy the entire thing.
So that there's no opposition?
Not just that there's no opposition. They're not democratic. They don't want to be. So it's not just destroy opposition, but to destroy the entire democratic system.
There's this persistent accusation. Yeah, so when people look at your record in Anambra State, one of the persistent, actually, now I remember two. One of the persistent accusations is that you took the state's money and put it in your bank. So that even if you didn't collect money, it's because you are savvy enough to have found another way to extract from the state. What do you say to that?
Well, you know, whatever you do, people have excuse.
Okay.
We had, for example, when I left, I had $50 million in Diamond Bank.
Right.
12 billion naira.
Right.
Same bank.
Right. Does Anambra State had the money in?
Anambra State savings.
Right.
$50 million in Fidelity Bank, which is supposed to be the bank I'm involved. 12 billion naira. $50 million in Access Bank. 12 billion naira.
Right.
One, go to those banks. Let me start with the dollar. There are bonds. The rates are issued. Everybody knows the rate. Go to them and see if there's anyone who are benefited.
Right.
Children who have saved. Show me any other subnational state in this country where a governor have left with savings. One, and I'll stop running.
Right. Right.
In dollars, I saved in dollars and naira. And the only excuse for saving is to normal thing in Nigeria, rather than give you prize, it's calling you name. When Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, go and read Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala's book.
Yes, she name checked you on that. Yes.
On why we should save.
Yeah.
Page 61.
Yes. The book.
Fighting corruption is dangerous.
Fighting corruption is dangerous, yes.
Go and read it. I was the only governor who supported savings. And somebody said, oh, Peter, maybe you were trying to. I said, let me tell you. I have served as the chairman of a bank, director in banks in Nigeria. Go and ask any of the banks whether any of them bought me car. Whenever they asked it, I said, no.
Right.
So it's not a question of whether you did this or
you didn't do that.
So you didn't do that. I signed off several thousands of CFOs in Anambra State, land owned by the state. Should if you find one land directly or indirectly belonging to me, I quit politics.
Right.
So it is not just, did I do that one because land was apportioned to me in Abuja? No.
Right. So the question about putting money in the Fidelity Bank is irrelevant because it's a question about...
Let another person put it in his bank and save it for the state.
As long as it is saved.
As long as it's saved.
Right.
Or why didn't they keep the one that's saved? Or move it somewhere else?
So what's your plan for security? Because essentially, one of the big cases against Goodluck Jonathan, who you supported then, leaving office, was that security had collapsed in the country. For a voter like me, that was a key issue. But it seems that 11 years after, 12 years after, we have returned...
Far worse.
So now the government says, one, it is opposition politicians, and two, it's a global collapse.
That is nonsensical.
Okay. Why is it nonsensical, and what are you going to do differently?
It requires political will. One person must be in charge. Is that what the government is in charge? Or they are in charge? If I'm in office, one person must be in charge. And I can tell you I'll be in charge.
So you're saying President Tinubu is not in charge?
No, it doesn't show the capacity.
Right.
Truly, if I have, let me use Ibadan for example.
Okay.
If I have 40 children in the bush, I'll be in Ibadan.
What difference would that make?
Big difference.
Okay.
If I decide to move all the security apparatus to that place,
Right.
and deal with it decisively.
Right.
It is a capacity thing. I'll move there.
Right.
I've done it in Anambra State. Go and ask anybody. I wasn't delegating. This is the machinery. This is what people want to hear from government. I was in Ibadan over the weekend, and I was shocked. Said in my tweet.
Yes, you said that the president has not called Governor Makinde, the governor of the state.
It's unbelievable. Let me tell you. Today, forget security.
Right.
I had an erosion in a place called Umuchiani in Ekulobia. By 2 a.m., my phone rang and they said there's erosion and a house had collapsed into it. I left my place in Oka and drove to that site 2 a.m. and called President Obasanjo from there. I said, I'm in a village called Umuchiane. Erosion has just taken place there. A building had fallen into. He answered me 2 a.m. 2 a.m. And that has been the case. When I had one of the most critical robberies, I called President Yaradua. He was calling me daily.
Right.
Until that situation was...
Even though two of you were in different parties?
Yes. 50 days. The war Nigeria was outraged that Jonathan did not call for 2 weeks. This is
when the Chibok girls were kidnapped?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is over 7 weeks.
Right.
Our children cannot be in the bush. And all of us politicians are preoccupied by next election. It is total lack of compassion. If I was president, I would by now convey all party meeting, all party leaders, and we'll decide how to tackle this situation.
Right.
Among other things, not just this. There's other things we need to tackle.
Right.
Part of the governance structure is communication.
Right.
The people want to hear from you.
People say that though he has been communicating.
How?
Through Bayo Ononuga, his presidential spokesperson.
Did we vote by Ononuga?
But
No. Listen, we can't communicate. The Indian Prime Minister Modi is not communicating through
spokespersons.
No, we elected you. Even Trump. It's not always. You should be talking to us to it. Is this the person we elected?
But people say it's a matter of personal style.
No. That's
He's an institutional thinker, so he wants the people he hired to do their jobs. That's what his supporters will say.
We hired you.
Right. We hired the president.
Yes. We now want to hear from the person we hired. We don't want to hear from his people. It is you who made the promise. It was it by Ononoga that said, I'll give you power. If I don't give you power, don't vote for me. No. If it is.
Right.
So we want the man who said it to come out and explain why. Don't bring another person to explain what you promised. Do you know what it means? You say to your child, if you graduate with a first class, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to maybe help you to buy a home. Then when he graduates, you now start telling the mom to tell, no, you made the promise. This is even family.
Right.
He, in his own campaign, family said, if I don't provide this, don't vote for me for second tenure. The honorable thing is that since you don't provide it, to say, I have failed. The British Prime Minister has just done it. Honorably. That is the leadership this country requires now. Jonathan had issue with Chibok girls. Only one school kidnapped. Nigeria was outraged. It didn't go for 2 weeks. That even became worse. The president was calling for his immediate resignation. Now we have had over a dozen school kidnapped. He didn't even call the chief executive at the sub-national level for over 7 weeks. When it was over 2 weeks, I asked someone to go. Okay. The honorable thing is to show example of what you preach by saying, I made a mistake. I'm going.
Right.
Because I lack the capacity to deal with this issue.
Right.
The same thing on and on. We now need people who preach and do what they preach.
Right.
We're tired of these excuses.
Right. But is it practical to expect him to resign? Because people say it's grandstanding. This is over the period of the past 6 weeks. You've made the third call to resign this morning.
It's not grandstanding.
Okay.
It is what should be the new norm. That when you don't, I've just said, I will deliver
minimum
of this in 4 years.
Right.
Even if I'm not contesting the next election, should I deliver it? Because it underlines to my integrity, my character, my person, to have promised that. Right. When I was going to Anambra, I said, I'm going to change education. I'm going to change health. And I tackled it head on.
Right.
The way they are going now, Trudy.
Yes. So there's a possibility you may not be a candidate based on how...
Not even a candidate. I might not even be alive. I'm telling you. Every single thing I do for a living, this government is frustrating it. Deliberately so. Everything. So there's even possibility if they have opportunity, I will not be alive.
Oh wow, that's a big...
It's an accusation. I know I get frustration every day. Because you do things that you think they will be normal. It is not normal any longer. They will come directly and say, oh, we're doing this. But you could see their hand in virtually everything.
So the government is attacking you personally?
They're attacking everybody who is in opposition personally.
Right. I
am being attacked personally.
Right.
Everything. Even to provide me with necessary things that I should have been entitled to. Not at all. You're struggling to get it. Every day. Every day. You're struggling to get it. Little things. I had a case recently at the airport. Okay. Where people who work in the airport came and locked my car. And I said, it's me. The person on the side said, doesn't care. But I said, look at the cars of other people. And you could see them talking to each other, you know, as if, who is this one? We have divided the country, breeding hatred among us. That's why I keep saying, I want to bring back unity where there's division. I want to show love, compassion, care. He's gone out of here. I said, I'm looking at somebody. He locked my car in front of me. And saying, you're not supposed to park here. But there's cars here. So what is the exception to my own? Through the Anansi people I know, at the airport, they will not greet me. Because they are fearing that if they greet me,
they become targets of the government.
Thank you. And I have people send me invitation and say, my son, my daughter is wedding, but please don't come. Yes. Truly, I'm telling you, I'm doing this, but I just want to notify, but don't come. I'm doing burial of my days, but don't come. These are my friends.
Because they're afraid of being targeted by the government.
Completely. I'm doing 70th birthday, I'm doing 60. Peter, you know how these people are. Don't come.
Wow.
What country is that? You can't live like that. And everybody's saying, Peter, be careful. Peter, be careful. What is being careful? I went there, but the governor said, this man has not called. And I said, this. They said, no, Peter. But I've told my children. I've told my wife. Whatever happens, so be it.
You sued your SY ally, Kenneth Okonkwo, to court.
Yes.
He has said that that is anti-democratic because it's a question of freedom of speech, that other people he attacked on your behalf did not sue him to court. Why should you?
Thank you very much. Kenneth Okonkwo said, as my spokesperson, he has so many hidden things that if he's provoked or sued, he will bring out. And that's the only thing I'm suing him, to bring those things out, because we must now examine the background of those who want to serve. We are tired of getting in there and we find out that true, they used to do this, true, they used to do that. Let's examine it now so that if I'm not qualified, I'll withdraw.
Some of the people who criticize you say your army that led you to win the election in Lagos State and in other states that people didn't expect, that army has dwindled because those voters think, for whatever reason, that their vote will not count, that an opposition party cannot win against the current government.
It is designed so. And that's why I'm appealing to them. Those who are living off the confusion, those who are mortgaging your future, are the ones that are making you believe so. The earlier you realize that even the bonds Nigeria is issuing today are going to be paid, go and check it, 2048, 2050, 2045. We won't be there then. Most of these people who issued this bond are in 70, 80s. If you add 25, they are gone. So they won't be there when those who own those monies are saying, pay us. And you say, no, it's not that's what your forefathers have chopped. Please, I'm pleading to the young ones, do not get disillusioned. It is designed for you to be disillusioned. They are the ones running to South Africa and are being killed. Not those who are stealing their money. They are the ones who are dying in the ocean. They are the ones who are dying in various places trying to escape this. And I'm saying to them, let's die here. I'm ensured that this rot stops. This is not a country. There is no way we can say that politicians of today in Nigeria are human. If we are, truly, we will not be talking today about the next election. Our preoccupation is, how do we get our children out of the bush? How do we put food on people's table? How do we ensure that our children are in school? How do we, there's things we should be talking about. Nobody's talking about it. We are preoccupied in the wrong direction. Our compass is headed in the wrong direction.
Right.
We must now stop. And they are the ones who will tell us to stop. And because they are disillusioned, they're being arrested by Yahoo. Let me tell you, I said it before and I continue to say it. Several of the Yahoo boys are people who push into that frustration. There are people who have talents, who if we support very well, can